Yesterday was one of the biggest fiascos in MMO history, in my opinion. 215 million in-game currency given to a guild, and they were in maintenance for 20 hours, and then they finally fixed the issue. Now I got some more news regarding the fix and all of the issues that have come with the fix. People kept items, people kept trades, people kept Lucent. We're going to be talking about it, so let's just jump into it. Now, the biggest problem that's come from everything is people that has negative Lucent right now. And not people that actually exploited or were in the guilds or were a part of it, because some people knew about this that weren't in the guild, just friends, but some people were just selling some items for higher prices. So let's say, for example, you were sitting on 100 Lucent, and then you decided to sell an item in the auction house. Let's say you sold this belt right here, and you're like, oh, there's no belts in this because everything was bought out. And you're like, okay, let me put this up for 500 Lucent, right? Now, if you put it up for 500 Lucent, and one of the people that had this fake Lucent bought this from you, right? You got 500 Lucent. And you're like, oh my god, I got 500 Lucent. Let me go buy some trades now. So then you go and you buy some trades because you finally want to level up. In that period of time, a lot of people did this, unfortunately. And you go and buy some trades. You start spending. You spend those 500 Lucent, right? So you still have those items and you trade up your gear and your weapons, all that stuff. Now, when the punishment came, they actually removed the 500 Lucent from you, from this belt, because this was fake Lucent, but you already spent the 500 Lucent. So now you're minus 500 Lucent. And the problem with being minus 500 Lucent, I've seen a lot of people that are saying this, that are minus Lucent, because this is what a lot of people did. Some people spent bigger amounts. Some people spent smaller amounts. Some people did it on purpose. Were selling like Marins and stuff for like 50k. While some people just didn't know. And even people that didn't know, that probably bought and spent smaller amounts, that's a problem. And you got like Spid, it's just 500 Lucent. You can get it any type of way. Now, the problem with this is, guys, when you have minus Lucent inside of the game doesn't let you use the auction house. So you can't even access the auction house when you have minus Lucent. You can't even access the guild distribution. So nobody can help you with the Lucent. The only way you can get the Lucent is by going into the shop and straight up buying it. Like this. That's the only way to beat the minus Lucent. So because some other people exploited and cheated, and you sold your items for a tiny bit more, you are now in minus Lucent. And now you have to pay to win inside of the game to be able to escape the minus Lucent. This is the only way. You can't trade, you can't do anything. It's the only way to get out of minus Lucent. The other option is customer support, but if you do customer support, you're still going to keep the items that you traded and leveled up. So again, we're in a massive limbo, and this is not even the worst part of this. But this is really sad for a lot of people inside of the game, and most people are gonna quit because people don't want to be forced to buy Lucent. Like, what is that? Now, the second thing I want to talk about, aside from this, if you guys are struggling with this, you have minus Lucent, let me know, and then contact customer support and see if you can get some solutions to this. Because yeah, I don't know how they will do this and why they didn't think this through. And that's why I said rollback is the best option. But now, what happened to the actual people that cheated, right? Because people cheated, and we got to talk about this. So I got some information, some insider information from the guild. And some people, I think half of them got banned, and half of them didn't get banned. And what he's saying is, some of the guys may have not taken advantage of trickle-down economics, basically that people knew what was happening, but they didn't get the Lucent themselves, but they were selling things for high price. I'll be showing you an example later. But if they bought items and you traded, for example, your heroics, let's say you were taking advantage of this, you were seeing all the stuff, and you bought heroic traits, like the strength right there. If you bought heroic traits, you actually kept the heroic traits. Yes, people have minus Lucent or lost Lucent, but they kept everything that they bought. See, I knew it. Something was going to slip up. So if they bought items or trades, if they bought things from the shop with Lucent, they actually kept everything. If they fully traded their heroics or bought some full tier 3 traded gear, they actually kept it, which is absolutely insane. And it goes deeper. Don't worry, it goes deeper, guys. So if they traded heroics and stuff, they still got it. Sounds like it. One of the guys said he's negative, so he got minus Lucent. But has the stuff he traded in all shop purchase and inventory slots. If they opened the storage slots, stuff like that, they weren't able to track, and they kept all those items. So again, good job, NCSoft and AGS, Hunter WW, dude. And let's see here. The people that escaped it was people that didn't lose any Lucent or anything. Or people just does what I was talking about last time. If you didn't use this Lucent, you're safe. Now it gets worse. Don't worry, it gets worse. Some people actually didn't even lose the amount of Lucent that they actually spent. So let's say you exploited and you got 50k Lucent, and you spent 50k Lucent inside of the game to get all the traits and stuff, and you still have the traits. Some of them just got 10k minus or 15k. They didn't even lose the 50k Lucent they spent. They only got a small amount lost. And what perfect example is, I'm going to show you guys this example. Let me see if it's correct so I don't show the wrong thing. Not this one. It should be this. All right, look at this. Let's take a look at this. This person on the 11th, November 7th, 11, you can see here, sold one precious emerald for 50,000 Lucent. And this is after logging in. Where's the minus? This person kept traits. They traded heroics. They traded items. There is no minus. They escaped it because they didn't do the full amount minused. So they kept traits, no minus, and this is kind of obvious, no? Like, are we just going after the big items like hoarding and stuff? Did we now look at people that spent that did this? Is this not insane? What is this? What are we doing, AGS? What are we doing, NCSoft? This is why you had to do a rollback. People kept things. People kept gear. People kept a certain amount of Lucent. Whatever, no negative Lucent balance. This is not. I'm not blaming these guys anymore. Okay. I actually think that there should have been a full rollback, and most of them shouldn't even be banned because they just got hyped on. The biggest exploiters and abusers should get banned, but this is all AGS and NCSoft that I'm blaming right now. No negative Lucent balance. I confirmed they have the item they traded in inventory. However, the few others did get negative Lucent, and only some high value items taken. So if they traded anything, they kept it. And there was other people that jumped on it too, and this is the main thing. People that exploited and people that cheated kept a lot of the things that they bought, smaller things. Big things like hoardy weapons and stuff, obvious things are removed. But things like trading your stuff, gears, and heroic traits are expensive. We know this. Look at this. Look at this. If I want to heroic trait my ring, right? It's not cheap to do that. That's just a ring. Right? We have 2k per heroic, 5k per heroic trait right here. That's easily $500 on one ring. And maybe they did more weapons. Maybe they did more heroics. We don't know. But they kept everything they traded. And some people didn't even go minus. The worst part is, I understand, okay, people that went minus, fine, they still have to buy, but they kept the items. And the second thing are people that didn't get the minus value. If they spent 50k, right, they got 50k and they spent 50k inside of the game, they should get minus 50k, not minus 10k or minus 20k. Imagine, I would have taken advantage of this. As long as you kept underneath a certain number, you're fine. So let's say I got 50k, I have 40k after taxes. Let's say I got 40k. And then I spent 20k on heroic traits. Does that mean you're only going to take me down to minus 20k to 0? No. I spent a 20k. I should be minus 20k right now. It makes no sense. This whole thing makes no sense. And some people that get caught on it, that didn't even... That's small amounts. People have minus 42 Lucent, minus 100 Lucent. And the problem is you're forced to buy this currency shop. And I'm also hearing that some people actually kept a certain amount of Lucent. If you accept it, let's say, if you sell your item in the auction house, right? But you don't claim, if people claim, some people are saying that they claimed it, they sold it, but they kept it in inventory. And after the maintenance, they claimed the item. Some people actually did that too. I don't know. There's so many things to this. This is why you needed a rollback. And the auction house, like the EU market is coming now. It's like we're doing good, but the NA market is dead, bro. Is dead. So yeah, at least the EU players maybe survive this, and there's just some of the things that got bought out, which is sucks because things are more expensive now. Like things are so much more expensive on our server too. Like even like heroics uh, trades have gone up in price like crazy. It's insane, dude. Like they were down at 2K, and now like things are just more expensive in the game. I mean, this is just a W for NCSoft. They removed all the fake Lucent. They put people in minus. They're gonna make more money because people have to use money to get Lucent, and now things are more expensive at the auction house. That's also W for NCSoft and AGS because now we have to spend more inside of the game. Like, really? How did NCSoft AGS turn this into their own advantage? But we're getting clapped because of this. I mean, I'm mad. Of course, you guys can say, "Oh, Spid, you're always dooming the game," but this is dumb as hell. Do you think the game is gonna survive this? People are sitting around that cheated and exploited with extra items. Some people that didn't know what things were happening have minus Lucent, have to purchase in-game purchases or forced to do in-game purchases to get 0 Lucent. The people that exploited 50, 60, 70k Lucent and spent it are sitting on maybe minus 6k Lucent. So if they just buy a $100 pack, they're going to be sitting with all these items and traits that they actually bought during the exploit. How does this make sense? At least some of them got permod, you know? But this is... I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Check out this video right here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.